Hello everybody. There was a beekeeper that said they had some Africanized bees, so they called up my boss, Mike Studer, state aid person. He called me up, so I came out right away to check out the Africanized bees. There was a kind of a long story. So what happened was the bees were not Africanized, and it was just kind of a mishap of a bunch of different things that happened for this new beekeeper. One, they tried to move the hive, and usually you want to move it 5 miles for 5 days. And when you move it for 5 miles for 5 days, it's kind of like picking up your house and moving it to another state. You're going to come out in the morning and you're going to kind of do your orientation flight like, okay, this is not where my home used to be. So you have to find a new job, new nectar source. You have to find, a new grocery store, new pollen source, and you start out new. And then after 5 days, they move the bees back to a new location in your same yard, just a different spot. And it's kind of like moving your house back to the same street on your road, but not the same place. Now think about, you move it for 5 days, it's kind of like moving you for 10 years. By the time you get reorganized, or you figure out what your new job is, where your new place is, and all that, and then they move you back. Same with bees, they orientate themselves to the time of day, where the sun position is, where everything is, and that's how they find out where home is. So if you move the bees, move them less than 6 to 12 inches a day to get them across the yard, or move them away for 5 days, about 5 miles at least. Some people say 3 days and 3 miles, but 5 days, 5 miles is much better. So anyways, he tried to move them about 125 feet. And so when he moved them, there was a little bit of overcast coming in, a little bit of moisture in the air, so that was another irritant. He moved them late in the evening. Not all the bees are home. Most of them are. Another irritant. What was the other one? Oh, it was a queenless hive, so they're right there. They're pretty mad. And the big one was when he got them to the new spot, he dropped them. And that really made them mad. And so here's the new spot. As you can tell, they're not Africanized. But we did give them a new queen, and I'm about to put that in. She's a nice little girl. Italian carnelian. So we're going to put her in here in a second. But just remember, don't get crazy with your bees. Don't drop your bees. You are going to really make them mad. But new beekeeper, I won't say their name, I don't want to embarrass them, but it's a really good idea to join a club, to do a lot of your research before you decide to move your bees, just so that you don't run into this problem, because they chased him about a mile, or not a mile, about a quarter of a mile. The problem was where he had them here, where he dropped them, he ran back past where he moved them from, so all those bees returning from the foraging, they were all circling trying to find their home, and they smelled the alarm pheromones where he got stung, so they gave chase too. I think he said there was 30 to 34 stings. I went to the ER just to make sure, and everything was okay, but real good lesson learned. I'm sure he's not going to do that again. So hopefully we'll get this queen in there. There was evidence of a queen probably about 12 days ago. It's been 2 days since I've been out here, so hopefully everything will go good. They should accept her with no problem. Alrighty, well, thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something.